Islam is to believe in the mother of Mary, her daughter Mary, her uncle Zachariah, and John the Baptist. We find these persons covered in chapter 3 of the Holy Quran and chapter 19. In verse 35 through to verse 41, we get the short story of Mary's mother dedicating what is in her womb to the temple. And when she gave birth to a female. And God knew very well what she'd given birth to, and the Quran states in rough translation, and the male is not like the female. The reference here is a male not being like the female, that males could be dedicated for religious upbringing in the temple. But she was taken into care by her uncle Zachariah, who was a priest in the temple, and she developed in beauty and piety. And every time Zachariah went into her chamber, he found she had fruits in season and out of season, and he asked her, "Where does this come from?" And she said, "God gives without stint to whom he wills." And seeing this miracle, Zachariah then prayed for a miracle. He prayed to have a son, despite the fact that he was very old and his wife was barren. And the angels come and tell him that he's going to have a son whose name is John, or John the Baptist. And he asked for a sign because he can't believe it. And the sign is that he should, without any bodily defect, not be able to speak to anybody for 3 days. So he comes out of the temple, signaling by signs to the congregation that they should worship God in the early hours of the morning and in the evening. Over in chapter 19, there's a little bit added to this. In ayah 7, or verse 7, it mentions that God says his name will be John, and of no one of distinction has this name been bestowed on before. And then in ayah 12, the story continues and says, addressing John the Baptist, "Take hold of the book with strength." And God tells us that he gave John the Baptist wisdom even as a youth, and pity to all creatures, and he was kind to his parents and not overbearing. So peace be upon him the day he was born, the day he dies, and the day he will be raised to life again.